Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are going to be exploring the hidden depths of your graveyard, Indiana Jones style, with new cards like Quintorius Kand and Brass's Tunnel Grinder. Well, I try to say that 3 times. Yeah, is this a good old boy deck that's been enhanced with the lost Caverns of Ixalan? You bet it is. Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host. Find my hidden message by playing this video in reverse. Dr. Yukon Socket! Yes, thank you! Thank you so much! Yukon Socket! We're dear mama. So I'm broadcasting to you from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by TayMalice, called Boros Reanimator. That always attracts me when people call it Boros Reanimator, but it is a boring name because it's exactly what the deck does. It doesn't have a cool name like Dentures of Quintorius Kand or Temple of the Lost Ark or something like that. But still, Boros Reanimator, that's what we're playing with there, right? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck really quick. And then we're going to talk about a little bit what this deck does. And then we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. All right, so what do we got going on here? We got Creature, Enchantment, and Planeswalker Kill. We got a little card draw action and the ability to give your creatures haste. Land ramp. And eventually you get out a 4/3 Vigilant Dude. This one lets you discard a card and draw cards. That one lets you discard a card and draw cards. Oh, we're saying those words backwards, aren't I? Wipe the board, discard and draw, and then you'll just get treasure tokens. You can see we got a lot of that same kind of thing going on here. Invoke Justice allows you to return a permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield and put 4 Popo counters on creatures you control. What do we want to have in there? Big old permanents we can't afford to pay for otherwise, like Etali, Atraxa, and Phyrexia. We'll get them to a little bit. So we want to discard them. All right, Quintorius, what does this guy do? Whenever you cast a spell from exile, Quintorius deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. He's like an elephant vampire. You can tell by those completely blunt tusks he's got right there. Create a 3/2 red and white spirit token. Discover 4. And exile any number of cards from your graveyard and get X mana for each exile this way. And you may play those cards this turn, specifically using that red mana you got going on there. So, yeah, he's a good guy for this deck specifically. Etali, when he comes out, you get to take a non-land card. The first non-land card from the top of both yours and your opponent's library, and choose to play them. And otherwise, you got a nice 7/7 Trampler. Atraxa comes out, you get to go at the top, 10 cards of your library, and you can pull 1 card of each type. Portal Phyrexia, your opponent has to sacrifice 3 creatures. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you take a target creature card from a graveyard, anybody's, and you put it back into the battlefield under your control. Bringing back Etali is kick-ass, because then you get to go and get more creatures and put them out. You give them haste with Bitter Reunion. All right, so that's it. What are we going to do with this stuff? We're going to control the board using Get Lost and Depopulate. And then we're going to throw our big guys into the graveyard with Bitter Reunion, Brass's Tunnel Grinder, Big Score, and Restoration of Eiganjo. Grow our lands a little bit quicker than we possibly can. And then eventually try to get Invoke Justice so that we can bring back these guys earlier than expected, completely dominating the board and making it so our opponent doesn't know what hit him. Nice collection of lands there. All right, so that's it. Before we go out and do some damage, Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black King Toxrel, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush your enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, we're playing against Pelvis. 23. Deep. We got a long way to go unless we get something good between here and turn 4. Let's just prepare for a little killing and touching preciouses. Death. Well, that wasn't good. I need at least one more white if I want to be able to depopulate, which will be very handy at some point here. White mana! Ah, good enough. Good enough. Alright, so I can invoke Justice at 5, and I'll need 2 more white mana for that, unfortunately. That'll help. I just have to take the slow boat there. Ow! Big score could help. This guarantees me. Let's just do this. Yeah, I think we can do Invoke Justice on the next turn. He doesn't have any guys out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can Etali it. Do you have any creatures worth bringing back at this point? His guys. I don't know any creatures to put stuff on, but I'll go ahead and just kill a bunch of stuff. Alright, we gotta make do with that. I can use this to throw guys back in the graveyard. Portal of Phyrexia, start bringing them back better. We'll build back better, baby. A little dog. Draw me a card. Ooh, that is a good card. What do I have in here that's worth bringing back? Let's big score it. We're going crazy. We're good. Alright, so we got a little dog that can act as a chump. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Technically, I could put out another Portal of Phyrexia. Ooh, there goes my poor, poor dog. All right, we're down to 4. That's not cool. All we get is a stupid elf, maybe? What's in my graveyard? Oh, that guy's awesome. Let's do that instead. Yeah, this is all good. Enter battlefield, exile up to 1 creature. I really would care about creatures at this point. Yeah, let's do it. All right, can we just pay for it straight up? Another Portal Phyrexia. Blow 'em away, hippie. All in. All right, 13-4. Let's take this game back. Hey, everybody's blowing smoke rings over there. Whatever. I don't have anything in my own graveyard. That's it. Nothing. There's a couple of Wussosaurus Rex. Let's see what we can grab. Not the greatest grabs in the world, huh? Sure, you could be a little bit of something. Alright, so I got some defenders. That's not bad at all. Just gotta keep those guys from flying. That's it. There's only one guy left to bring back at this point. Not cool, man. You. Anybody else I want to discard that kind of sucks? Draw a new card. I'll tell you, I'm just getting really confused at this point. We'll get rid of, it's not you. You right there. Submit. Ooh, that's a whole lot of suckitude, isn't it? I will put that out. Do we have anything good we want to bring back here? Yeah, a little life gain from Atraxa. That sounds awesome. Yeah, so does I already have one out? I do already have one out. I was just looking to give him some haste. That was going to be beautiful. Victory! All right, we are playing against mikiti. Keep. What we got? Just some white. All right, that's fine. We'll make sure that we got the ability to white it up like crazy. No puppets. Puppets are aggressive, stupid jerks. Ooh, not getting anywhere fast, are we? And let's go get a white mana, because that's all we're really looking for, people. He's going to counter that. All right, great for you. Yeah, I can't believe I did that. I mean, I can. I didn't want to pop open the Invasion of New Phyrexia. Those two dudes were just going to be little jerks. Feels kind of like a waste of a Depopulate. This guy's playing... How many colors up there? 4? There's no red at all? How is he going to counter that now? Looks like he had the ability to. Now let's pop this guy back. That's what we need to do. I always forget with Boros, you're looking to throw away your stuff pretty well. In Boros Reanimator decks. So you got big dudes in your hand, you throw that away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 right there. Yeah, so he's down to 1 mana. We'll be able to play this out. Can I just kill it? That's what I should do. Oh, you stupid jerk. I should have killed him before he had the opportunity. What I got in here? Nothing. Let's see what Quintorius can do for us. Yeah, that's dumb. Do we have anything I care about up there? Not at all. Let's put it in hand, I guess. I mean, I can't even kill that battle. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, pop it. That'll pop them back up for me. I appreciate it. Well, around the mana for it. Okay. Number 1, pop that guy back up here. Let's just create a guy. I don't like the fact that he's like going after stuff in the graveyards, but we gotta try. Alright, we got a 3/2. We got to Invoke Justice in our hands. This will become a handy dandy mana source at one point in the future. Alright, he's just being wicked. Guess who's coming? Etali. Guess who's coming? Etali. Let's see. Pass to attackers. My turn. We got it. Let's go for it. Come out. Super buff Etali. What else are we getting? No. Dumb. All right, we win. That's all there is to it. In your face, Jawbone Jones. All right, playing against Leyll, something like that. 3 mana. All right, keep. Ooh, it's the Raptor. Let's go on down, Chomper. All right, 2. Come on, give me Atraxa. There we go. Bye-bye, Atraxa. It's nice knowing you, lady. We got a couple of Depopulates. Got another big score here. All right, looks like Bitter Reunion's going to take it in the butt. All right, that's it. No haste. I have to waste to depopulate on. I hope he puts something else out. That'd be great. Damn. All right, mana number 4. Let's waste 1. He's a draw card. Got an Atraxa out there, okay. About controlling the board before you throw out your big stuff. It's got another one. All right, let's waste our last one. You're not entertaining your dinosaur enough. He just keeps looking off to the side. There's some mean guys up there. Right up there. They're kind of mean. They got mean eyes. They're looking at you. Sweet googly moogly people. Yeah, that looks like fun. Oh, 2, 3, yep, absolutely. 4, yeah, all right, 5, 6, is that enough? Yeah, cool, let's look at that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's tons. What a 7. Okay, I just need to get rid of one land. Let's get rid of this one. All right, well, that's just nothing but disappointing. All right, so we got Etali coming out next turn. And then Portal of Phyrexia after that. Of course, if he's got some sort of creature kill, I'm totally screwed. All right, something good from both sides. Yeah! That's good enough. I don't care. Should we go to town on him with the 20? I'll die if I do. It doesn't make a difference. Let's just pop that guy open. And let's be cool. Discard 3 cards. 1, 2. Not sure if I'm in the depopulate. Sounds like it might potentially be a thing to do. No, I'm gonna keep that. Man, I hate playing this way. I got enough? All right, go. Too many choices. He doesn't like me gaining life. Alright, that's bad if he puts a guy out because Phyrexia is not... Oh, good, good, good. Is that the end? Did we just lose it right now? Okay, past the blockers. This is our only chance right here. Doesn't really make a difference. Yep, we need a life gain guy. Oh, the humanity. Yeah, we were lined up perfect to just take this game over. Alright, going after pipebash. And we're going to keep this. Yeah, we need to wipe the board. We need to get ourselves a hold of a Depopulate. There's Depopulate, looking good. All right, so we just got to hold it out till for 2 more turns. Sure, let's do this. Jeez. How many times do I need to get Restoration of Eiganjo, right? Anything here worth bringing? Nothing worth bringing back. He's getting pumped. Hopefully it's not enough to kill me. I'm down to 3. All right, this is my big play. Your turn, Monkey Bird. I got nothing in the graveyard to bring back. Quantus is it. Yeah, see, I can't. There's nothing. All right, good. I did live. Ooh, cool. Death. All right. So who do we got here? We've got Etali. I can bring him back on the next turn. Quintorius. Quintorius is our savior. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, welcome back from the grave. Step on out, my friends. Well, he's sort of at a loss what to do, huh? Playing angels. And another. All right, super pump. Yes. Totally. Welcome to the jungle. And we win. Boom, boom. Goes the room. And we're playing against Antipathy and Antipathy. Yeah, that's right. Keep. This is one of those words you know how to say in your head, but you just don't say it enough. All right, so 4, 5, and 7. All right, so we got to build up to 4. We have a little bit of control before that. This is an okay spell. You know, every set comes out with its own little, you know, destroy or whatever. And white always ends up giving somebody something, whatever it is. And sometimes it's way too much, in my opinion. All right, 3. We'll see what he does with his turn. He's playing with black. That's not totally cool. It means we get something out and he'll just get shot. Oh, look, it is the guy we just murdered. All right, graveyard with you, Etali. I'm cool, we'll leave it. We got 6 right there. Means next turn we could have 7. This guy definitely has the ability to kill things. Which means whatever I put out is not going to last long. He's got a Path of Pill right on the top there. He didn't know what to do with those maps there. Oh, we got a lot of Quintorius is there. All right, let's see what we can pull. That's it, huh? Wipe it! It's all gonna happen, baby. Yeah, I'm good. And Magic has so many tokens nowadays. You know how many tokens we had in the olden days? Nothing. We had nothing. And again. All right, this is taking us a lot. We got a lot of mana going on here. It's all fine. We'll submit that. Pull a couple more things. There's a nice Etali. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means I can play Etali on the next turn. What I like about Etali is even if I put him out, hopefully I'll get 2 other permanents out of the deal. That board wipe would be bad. He's just going to wipe the board. You're going to go after my Planeswalker? Good for you. That's 2 life taken away from you just so that you can kill my Planeswalker. Alright, let's just see what Etali's got going on. You can kill him straight up. Still getting his abilities, baby. You got the board wipe in your hand. I wouldn't worry about it. Up to 4. 1, definitely. Sure, 2. 3, 4. All right. Let's just start building. He's going to wipe it pretty quick. But he can't take out their Archangel. Unless he does something like that. Board wipe. I don't want either of those. All right, and let's just pop it. Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of 90% of your life gone. All right, I'm probably going to kill him with these guys. That's probably next turn. I'm going to kill him with that. And he doesn't know it. Yeah, okay, looks like I won. Let's do it anyway. Here we go. Coming down fast from miles above you. He's got in his hand to kill one guy, and then he can block the other. He can still live. Okay, one's dead. He's going to have to block the other. Block it. Yoink. Oh, he's just being a bitch now. That's it, huh? All right, let's go. No, I can't do another one apparently. All right. Fine. Restoration of Eiganjo. Have a good time. Well, do I have 9 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got plenty. All right, so that means if I get anything good, I can play. Ooh, I need some haste. All right, that's it for that. I want something with haste. Something. That's not haste. What I need is my little red card. This guy right there. All right, fine. Atraxa. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again. He's got the ability to kill it. You should just give up, dude. You're going to potty pants here in a second. There we go. Yeah, I was laying down the hammer. I was like Thor smacking down an ice giant. Nice, here we are with Boros Reanimator, number 2. Yeah, it was a totally good deck. Totally good. It was most fine, most excellent. I guess that's all I got to say about that. I can say the first Boros Reanimator deck that I remember really liking was Vorinclex. Man, Vorinclex. That guy was so awesome. I love that guy. But he standard, he rotated out, and we never saw him again. I would love to see Vorinclex again. He was a fantastic little card. The thing is then you get really bored because it's a one-trick pony. It's just search for Vorinclex, search for Vorinclex, search for Vorinclex, hope for the best. This one at least, we had more going on. I mean, obviously it was try to get to these guys up there, try to throw them in a graveyard, use Invoke Justice, bring this stuff back, go to crazy town on people, all this stuff ahead of time, not too much. I did appreciate the control that Get Lost provided and the Depopulates. Those two things did a really good job of trying to keep things in hand while you were trying to build out the rest of your combo package there. All right, so who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? The question is, was it Quintorius? Was he the guy that really did it? 5 mana, that's rough. You know who I got to say is my most valuable player? I'm thinking it's Bitter Reunion. Bitter Reunion was my MVP. The reason why is because it was cheap. So cheap. You needed to use something to discard the big guys from your hand. It did it. It then drew you 2 more cards, which you wanted to get something else other than the big guys in your hand. And it gave you the ability for 1 mana to give things haste, which is what you needed to do once you got the big guys out. So in this deck, Bitter Reunion is by far the MVP. This guy is knocking it square out of the park. It is the most valuable card in this deck. So congratulations, Bitter Reunion. Despite the fact that you are picturing a totally sad part in the relationship between a couple of brothers, you are today's MVP. All right, was this deck competitive? Let's see. I ended up with a 60% win rate, which is fairly decent. I'm going to say yes, it was a competitive deck. It's well within the range of what you would consider to be a Platinum Mythic level deck. Sometimes fast decks beat you out, especially if you went second. You didn't have a lot going on. You had to build up until 5, or I should say 4, until you had the ability to wipe the board. And then a lot of times that wasn't enough. You'd clear the board, and then they'd just have something else shoot you in the face a couple of times, and you'd be dead. So it was a little on the slow side. That's usually what took you out. It wasn't great against aggro. Anybody who was a little slow, anybody who was willing to go for it, yeah, those are the people you're taking out. Golgari, Selesnya, Rakdos, anything with 2 colors in it generally was pretty good, as long as it wasn't a tuned aggro deck. Let's see, what else can I say about this thing? We talk about was it fun? I would say that usually when it comes to Boros Reanimator, it is not a fun deck. Just because you're just trying to build your mana, you're just drawing cards and you're clearing the board. And in reality, that's exactly all you're doing with the front there, which means the first part of your game is so incredibly boring. But yet, no, there is no but yet. It was boring still. The good part to me was once you got up to 5 mana, and Big Score did a lot towards getting you up there. Because you could usually jump from 4 to 6 pretty easily because of Big Score. Bitter Reunion would get you from 2 and get you what you needed to make sure you got to 4 quick enough. So this thing had this way of like surging forward really quick and then getting you into this. But the weird part is, despite all of that, it did feel fun. It did feel like I was doing stuff. But to take away from the fun part, let me talk about this last part, is that when you watch the videos, I had to spend a lot of time picking through my hand to figure out which cards I was going to get rid of. And that drives me nuts. That I have too many cards and I got to actually discard them. It's one thing to discard the big guys when you don't have the mana to play it. But when you do have the mana to play them and you're just trying to figure out which of the other cards you're getting rid of, and do you need more mana, whatever the deal is, that is not the most fun to me. But if you're the kind of person that likes making decisions and prioritizing which cards to play, oh yeah, you'll love it because you're getting too much. You're getting too much stuff and you get to make those kinds of decisions. I hated it. I wanted to go nuts. I just wanted to go crazy on people. But the thing is, though, is that I had a lot of opportunity to go crazy, but it was so expensive. 9, right? 7. What is this thing? 3 and 4. That's 7 again. Yeah, it's just, you'd have a lot of mana, but still you could only play 1 card. And that was not cool. But still, I felt like I was in it for the most part. So this deck was a good fighting deck. It was fun, but it had some really frustrating pieces to it. The slow start and the thick, like walking through mud feeling at the end. But then when you laid things down, see, the best thing was that Etali, and it is really Etali, would go and get other things for you so you can have the value of 2 other, hopefully, permanents out of the deal, which is what you were just grabbing for. Atraxa is super cool in her way, but she puts everything in your hand, nothing in the battlefield, and you'll definitely not have any mana to actually play it, to actually play anything secondarily. So this deck is on the slow side. But, between the haste that Bitter Reunion can give you and just getting out 1 or 2 good creatures, you can usually win. All right, was this deck interesting? Well, I gotta say, yes. Yeah, it was interesting. What was interesting about it? Quintorius was new. Get Lost was new. And Brass's Tunnel Grinder, that one was new as well. And so we had 3 new cards, and that's a good amount to add to an existing deck. And it was interesting to see how those cards work. Played Get Lost a lot. I am just not sold on white removal. I hated the fact that, I'm glad that it has the ability to destroy target creature in Shadow Planeswalker. That is fantastic. But giving people 2 map tokens, because then they get to put Popo counters on creatures, and they get to, you put a card back or put it into your graveyard, put a card in your hand if it's a land. There's so much value in those map tokens. And it's just like, God dang. So I'm not sure I'm a big fan of Get Lost. I used it. It was cheap, and it had a wide variety of things you could do with it. I think I'd probably go with more of an exile, just because usually you're not giving somebody something for that. They can get those things back pretty well, though, so I don't know. But we got to play with it. And the Brass Tunnel Grinder is good that it becomes a land eventually. And then, you get that extra, discover that it provides whenever you use it for a mana type or something. It was okay. But Quintus, yeah, he worked out well. I like the fact you could discover. I like the 3/2. I didn't really care about his big ability. His Super Saiyan. It was whatever it was. These guys are always cool. It was nice to play with them again. All right, so let's add this up. Was this deck competitive? Yeah, it was, but it wasn't super competitive. Was this deck fun? Yeah, it was, but there was some troubles at the beginning and at the end. Was this deck interesting? It was all right, and we had a nice collection of some new cards in there. And for the most part, they weren't exciting, but they were good and they worked well with this deck. So in all 3 of the major categories that we rate from here, this deck didn't strike high notes, but it did well. So I'm going to have to give this one just an A-, just because it is relatively competitive, fun, and interesting, but not overly so. So you're definitely going to be in the A category of decks, but I'm not going to give you more than an A- in that situation. You're just barely scraping by here. Still, I'll play with this one again. Anytime I can put out Etali, Atraxa, and Portal of Phyrexia, yeah, man, I'm going to play that deck from time to time. Portal of Phyrexia, man, and Etali. I'm not a big fan of Atraxa. Maybe I'd put something else in here. Skitter Beam, or, what's the other one? The giant one that destroys. Oh, I can't remember its name. It's the artifact that every time you attack with it or put it into play, you could destroy it, a permanent, non-land permanent, right? But the problem with it is that when it's put into play from Invoke Justice, you're not casting it, so you don't get the come into play effect. Whatevs, man. Whatevs. This thing does okay. All right, so it's an A- deck. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope you have as much fun with it as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.